Namaste and welcome to each one of you. My name is Meghaa Gupta and I'm a master teacher and teacher trainer and master teacher trainer with the Diana School of Wildlife. And I'm really happy to share this space with you today because it's a very special time, which is the Wesak full moon coming up soon. And I want you to make the best use of this Wesak full moon, which is called one of the most powerful day of the entire year. The reason why it is called the most powerful day is the day of Vesak is the day when Lord Buddha achieved illumination. It's also the day when he was born and also the day when he left his body from earth. And when he achieved illumination, he left the body, he made a promise and commitment to all the beings on planet earth that year after year on the same full moon of Vesak, which falls on the full moon of Taurus, he is going to return and bless the planet Earth with all his might for 8 minutes at the peak hour of the full moon. And there is a great ceremony that happens in the Himalayan region where in the Wesak Valley, which is supposed to be a very special place, perhaps it is physically not exactly there and it is more in the etheric form because many have tried to reach the Wesak Valley and not found it. And those who have found it, they probably do not require to be in the physical plane anymore. They may have ascended. So there is a great ceremony that takes place in this Wesak Valley, in the Himalayas, in the ether somewhere. And the great beings, along with Lord Buddha, gather and in the ceremony, they channelize the energies of Lord Buddha, the great Lord Christ, along with the Manu and the great silent watcher. And together, along with all these beings of light, there are thousands of disciples and spiritual aspirants and arhats who take part in this great service that they offer to humanity. And as a soul, if you will and desire, you can lift yourself up from the physical plane for a while in your meditation and visit the Wesak Valley at the time when the ceremony is happening. So my reason for being here with you today in this video is to make you aware about this because it's a very special time. And I would really like you to make best use of this full moon because the energy that you gather during this full moon that you receive, if you're aware, especially if you're, let's say, meditating, if you're aware, if you're super receptive, your energy bodies are super receptive, the amount of energy downpour that you can receive during this time is said to be so powerful that it can last you for months and years compared to the months and years of spiritual practices, the meditations that you do in order to gather the same energy. So imagine the amount of power and energy that you can receive from the Wesak full moon meditation. And I would like to explain a little bit about the kind of ceremony that happens. And so first, it's the full moon of Taurus, which is traditionally is the time of celebration of Wesak full moon. And the inner plane ceremony that happens in the Wesak Valley happens on the same very day at the very peak hour when the moon is full. So when you are preparing yourself to meditate on that day, it's ideally best that you prepare yourself a few minutes prior to that, or maybe like 30 minutes or an hour prior to that if you like to prolong your meditation. So before the peak hour of the full moon, prepare yourself by maybe some sort of cleansing, purification, maybe healing yourself. There are so many ways to cleanse and heal yourself. I really love the mantras and affirmations and chants to cleanse myself, and there is particularly one most loved mantra of mine, which is the mantra of the Buddha Kuan Yin as well. It's actually a soul mantra and it goes like Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And in Tibetan Buddhism, it is pronounced as Om Mani Padme Hum. So you can use any version of this mantra that you're able to pronounce, that you like to use more. So this mantra, when you chant, the meaning of this mantra is that I am the jewel of the soul. I'm sorry, I am the jewel in the lotus, which is my crown center. So when you affirm Om Mani Padme Hum, you're actually affirming that I am the soul. Each time you're affirming that I'm a soul, I'm the soul, I'm the soul, the more you affirm this, the more your crown center expands, the more soul consciousness begins to pour down through you, and the more it feeds all your chakras with soul consciousness, which is the higher consciousness which you are. You can will and you can intend that this energy, which can become any energy, this energy becomes purifying energy, and it cleanses all your chakras and it purifies all your chakras. Cleansing of what, you may ask? Cleansing of all old calcified ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, especially all the emotional stuff that we had been carrying this whole year, and it could be something from your past also, and you may feel a deep sense of release happening. The time of full moon makes it much more powerful, much more easy for you to release that, and the kind of release work that can happen, it'd be very profound. And if you have had things with respect to, let's say, physical illness or emotionally something that was triggering, maybe you were not able to move forward in life, in some aspect of your life, so you can ask for cleansing of, or removal of these obstacles from your life. And everything is connected with our chakras. All aspects of our lives are connected to some or the other chakras of ours. When you intend that these areas of your life be healed, automatically the energy starts flowing into those chakras, and when that happens, it brings transformation in your life. You may feel a deep sense of relaxation or calmness, or even if you feel like you're feeling emotions surfacing and you're crying, or you're releasing in some other way, that's all okay. So spend a few minutes prior to the full moon. I actually say that spend a few days prior to the full moon to release and cleanse yourself through your meditation work, through your healing, through chantings, whatever you like to do usually. I also prefer physical and etheric cleansing by taking salt water bath more regularly. And it's not necessary for you to soak in the salt water. You can also take some handful of salt water which has been blessed, or which has been prayed over, and you can use this on all over your body basically. After you've taken like a shower and your body's still wet, just rub some salt, like scrub very gently on your skin please, and just wash it off with the intention that all etheric and physical contaminations or energies, I'm letting it go, and you might actually feel really, really relaxed. So you can take this as a physical form of cleansing for yourself. Try and prepare yourself, like I said, a couple of days in advance if possible. If not, that's also okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Once you feel your chakras and auras are all cleansed and purified, your bodies are then ready to receive more downpour of energy. It's best to receive more energy in a clean body, in your clean auras, because everything that is within us gets expanded during the time of full moon, and especially the divine energy has the ability to expand for us what is within us, so it can emphasize a lot of our positive qualities. And when your auras are pure, it is much more easier to expand on those positive qualities. And once you're ready for the full moon of Vesak, you can prepare yourself by maybe wearing something like either pastel shades or white clothes, Ideally something which is cotton, and something which is light, so all the energy that comes, it's much more easier for your body, physical body also, to absorb it fully. Maybe you can light a candle and use this affirmation. So I have written an article on Wesak a few years back, and if you like, you can revisit this article. I can leave the link for the same later for you. So you can use this affirmation, which I call the I am affirmation, and I will read it out right now, and you can do this with me at the moment. So just close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and affirm with me and feel every word that I say to be true for you. I am that I am. Be aware of your crown and the light that is above your crown center, that is of your soul, and affirm again with me. I am that I am. I'm one with my higher soul. I'm one with my divine spark, with my monad. I'm one with the Christ. I am one with Lord Buddha. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There is only oneness. We are all one. Separation is an illusion. There is only oneness. I and my Creator are one. Just be aware of the pure energy, the subtle changes within you. Take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, pull this energy into your physical system and your physical cells. Hold, and as you exhale, radiate this energy outward. Let's do this again. Inhale, be aware of your whole body, every cell absorbing this energy. Hold, exhale, and radiate this energy outwards. And then gently be aware of how you're feeling. And just stretch, open your eyes. Just look around and notice how you're feeling. Good? Great. So I like to use this affirmation. I call this the soul affirmation, and I do that often, maybe a couple of times prior to my meditations, and I see that my meditations become very profound and strong. And then, if you like, you can begin to chant. The chant of Om Mani Padme Hum can be really powerful, and as you do this chant, ideally 108 times is what we do here in India and various parts of the world. So if you like, you can use the mantra for about 108 times. I use a mala, like a rosary or a prayer mala, and it has usually got like 108 beads in it. So it's something that I use to count, and as I'm chanting, I'm being aware of my whole body, and I'm being aware of my entire system and the energy that I'm receiving. and I allow my consciousness to rise eventually and get into this beautiful meditation. And when you are in that meditation, I'll just explain to you what really happens in the Wesak Valley. So the great ascended masters gather together in the Wesak Valley, and the energies of the the energies of the silent watcher, the Lord of the world, our universe, is passed on through the Lord Gautama Buddha. The energies then is passed down and stepped down with the help of Lord Christ, and there are several other ascended masters who take part in this ceremony. And when these energies are stepped down, they are channelized then through the molecules of water. Yes, so they are channelized and consecrating every molecule of water on earth. And the entire planet Earth is made up of water. More than 70-75% of the entire world is water. And you and I, we human beings, we are made up of water predominantly. More than 70% of our bodies are also water. So when the blessings come down from the Lord Gautama Buddha and the great spiritual hierarchy, it steps down and is passing down on to the entire planet Earth through a water body. So first it is channelized through a water body in the Wesak Valley, and then the water is then poured through the entire water system of the entire planet Earth. Of course, this all happens energetically, and this entire the whole of the water bodies which receive the blessings, there is an upgradation that happens with that energy being received all around the planet and within our systems. So when that energy settles, it is extremely potent. It's like a high powerful dose of divine love and divine wisdom. There are great shifts in our consciousness, in the consciousness of the collective humanity that happens during this time. And year after year, as this happens, the planet Earth is going through its ascension initiations. So with every year, the more energy of Wesak that settles, more and more and more and more and more, that energy takes us as a planet onto the higher levels of ascension. So whether we participate in this or not, we are still ascending. We are still receiving the energy. But if you are more receptive and open, the energy that comes to you is multiplied in many folds. Hence, as you take part in Wesak, you are also actually generating a lot of good karma, because when you are participating in the Wesak festival and you are there with the beings of light in the Wesak Valley, you are being part and a channel of this energy actually descending down on planet Earth. And it's a great service that you're offering to be of use for the hierarchy to pass on this energy, because the energies are actually stepped down and then passed on to every person, every being. So do participate in the Wesak meditations, and it is said that 3 people meditating together, when 3 people meditate together, the Christ appears. And it is said so because the spiritual cords, the connection that we have with the source, the spiritual cords of ours combine together, and the expansion of that results in greater downpour of energy. So when you meditate together in larger groups, the amount of energy that we gather as a collective, as a group work basically, the amount of energy that comes through that is many times multiplied, which is why it's best to meditate during similar times, or at least if not in the similar time, on the similar date. And if you can meditate together as a group, it's even better. So these are some of the things to remember to prepare yourself for Vesak. And you know, when you receive the energies, you can always channelize it to the projects that you have, to the areas of your life and the lives of others, your loved ones, which they really need these energies. So one of the ways I use this energy is by channelizing it through the Great Invocation. Actually, during the Vesak, when you're preparing and beginning with the journey to be in the Wesak Valley, just try and put your hands outwards and do some great invocations. Again, I will put this in in the post here for you to read through the great invocation. I have also prepared earlier and posted a video on great invocation. I will link it to that, so you can use the great invocation a couple of times, and when you do that, you have become a channel for the divine energy, the light, divine love and divine power on earth. And then allow 8 minutes of those peak time of the full moon to be complete silence. Okay, and you can again, before the silent part, do the affirmations, do the great invocation, do the chants and mantras, and then for the 8 minutes of the full moon, be absolutely silent and be just aware and receive. Afterwards, towards the end of it, you can again use the great invocation and channelize the excessive energy that you have received in blessing the planet Earth through your feet, through your palms, and just send out the energies and let excessive energy go from you. We can't hold excessive energy. Our bodies heat up. So just let go of the excessive energy that you have received, and then put your hands down, relax, maybe massage your body a little, so your awareness is fully back to the body, and then enjoy yourself. One really important thing you can do is bless the water. So you can have a couple of bottles of water and you can bless the water and keep that Vesak water to use during the year. It is very powerful, it is very potent. Don't try to drink it up at one go, please. Save it, have maybe a couple of sips of it during the year, days when you really need it, days when you need physical healing, etc. Have the Vesak water and use the Vesak water during the whole year. The next year you make more Vesak water, and yeah, enjoy this. You can give it to your plants also, they become very healthy, and you can share it with your loved ones also. So I hope these tips help you to prepare yourself for Vesak. Remember that Vesak is a very powerful time for you. So do write your wishes before you start with the Vesak meditations and celebrations. And also remember that even if you miss the peak hour, it's fine, because the energies of the full moon are very strong and potent for the whole 5 days of the full moon. The day of full moon, 2 days prior, and 2 days after the full moon. So you can meditate all 5 days, any of the 5 days, during, before. So however you can manage, you do that. But of course, the ideal way is to actually meditate at the time of full moon. So I personally really love to lead a group during Vesak, because what you give comes back to you multiplied. So I really enjoy leading the Vesak full moon meditations, and together we meditate, and the energies that we receive, we at the end bless the wishes of everyone. We bless all the water that is with each and every person, and we consecrate the water, and you can send some energy to your crystals also, and then end and close the session by exercising a little if you feel a lot of energy. Yeah, so this is basically how you can prepare yourself for the full moon of Vesak. I can go on and talk about this, but here let's end this session with blessings and love from me to you. I hope you have a beautiful Vesak, And I'm sure I'm gonna share a lot more about this in the future, and I hope that we stay connected, and I look forward to hearing about what your experience of Wesak is, how you enjoyed this session with me, this short talk with me, and I hope that you meditate and enjoy this Wesak full moon to the most. And I will be adding the link to the article that you can read more about the Wesak, and I will be adding also the Great Invocation image here, so you can use the exact Great Invocation. So in the article you'll find the affirmations and prayers and mantra, so you can enjoy this at at your own time, and wish you all the best. Have a very happy and beautiful Wesak. Namaste from my soul to you. God bless you and have a wonderful time. Take care. Bye.